All right, welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely pumped to guide you through this today. We are going to completely break down your exact survival roadmap for the ITC Industrial Engineering Thesis defense. Look, if you're an incoming senior engineering student in the GIM department, this is literally the most critical workflow you're going to face all year. So we're going to map out exactly what you need to do, month by month, step by step, to actually make it to that finish line.
So, here is the ultimate question we're facing today. Will you graduate this July or face the September re-entry? It really all comes down to this, because failing to hit the strict, mandatory milestones we're about to cover triggers the absolutely dreaded September Defense Re-entry Protocol. It's a super high-stakes process, no doubt about it. But by the end of our time together today, you'll have a crystal clear path forward.
Okay, let's just quickly run through our timeline for today. 1. May internships and drafts. 2. June committee evaluations. 3. Your parallel preparation tracks. 4. The July defense decision. And 5. Final corrections and signatures. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. May. Internships and first drafts. Navigating the initial steps.
You know, your thesis journey actually kicks off way before you even finish your internship. It's crazy, but during weeks 3 and 4 of May, you absolutely must have your advisor send the evaluation link to your company. And while that's happening, you need to be drafting your thesis in close consultation with your advisor. Make sure you are strictly using the latest department template because you're aiming for a week 1 June submission.
Now here's the real harsh reality of this first major hurdle. If your company evaluation comes back as a yes, great, you proceed normally. But if your company says no, you are completely done. Seriously, the process ends right there and you have to repeat the entire internship next year. It's a massive, non-negotiable gatekeeper.
Moving right along to Section 2, June. Committees and format checks, the gauntlet of evaluations.
Okay, so June is essentially your gauntlet. Here are your primary checkpoints. First up, your advisor evaluates your thesis book via a specific link in week 1. Then you face the technical committee. And you've got to pay attention to the consequences here, because failing either your advisor evaluation or the technical evaluation instantly pauses your progress. Boom, you're bumped right into the September session. There is zero middle ground on this.
Now, you might be wondering, who exactly is on this technical committee? Well, it's made up of your defense committee members, but it specifically excludes your advisor. So, the really crucial point to remember is that you must email your thesis directly to this specific group by week 1 of June to get their feedback. They're going to review it through weeks 2 and 3, and their approval is 100% mandatory to keep moving forward into July.
All right, assuming you survive the technical committee, you hit the initial format checkpoint by week 4 of June. You submit a hard copy to the format committee. And uniquely, this is kind of a relief. Failing this check doesn't actually stop your defense. If there are errors, you simply don't get a format score right now. But you're still allowed to defend and you just fix the formatting later. Pretty nice, right?
Now we reach Section 3, parallel tracks, slides and admin, dividing your focus.
This is where things get a little crazy, and you basically have to split your brain in half. Track A is all about the performance, right? Preparing your presentation slides, doing dry runs with your advisor and your team, and tweaking the presentation. But while you're doing all that, Track B demands you manage pure bureaucracy. We're talking gathering administrative documents, like making sure you get your internship place approval on the conscious form via your advisor. I highly recommend burning this checklist into your memory, because these are the exact mandatory documents you've got to submit to the department to officially be ready to defend. You need that conscience form approval, a color-printed final thesis, the yellow payment slip, 5 black and white 2-sided copies, and 6 copies of your printed technical review feedback. If you miss even one of these, you aren't defending. It's that simple.
Welcome to Section 4, July, the defense decision, the ultimate test.
So, we're in July. Week 1 is your absolute no-excuses deadline to finish those parallel tracks. Once Track A and Track B are completely wrapped up, Week 2 is your moment of truth, the defense itself. And everything after that, it's just a mad dash toward the Week 4 final department deadline.
The defense result. This right here is arguably the biggest fork in the road of your academic career so far. Getting a yes means your defense score is true and you survive to the final step of post-defense corrections. But a no activates that dreaded September threat we talked about earlier.
Let's talk about what happens if things don't go your way. To be super clear, falling into the September protocol means you do not graduate in July. You're going to be responsible for correcting all previous feedback, meeting a totally new deadline, and resubmitting those admin documents, like the conscience form. But hey,
there's a silver lining. You usually don't need a brand new company evaluation to try again, unless they explicitly ask for one.
For those who make it through, we hit Section 5, Final Corrections and Signatures, sealing the deal.
Okay, let's say you passed. Huge congratulations. But hold on, you are not done yet. We have to look at the post-defense workflow. First thing, you must take photos of the Defense Committee's feedback notes. Literally, this becomes your strict correction checklist. You revise perfectly based on those notes. Then, and this is absolutely crucial, you must obtain an original color signature from your internship company on the corrected hard copy before you go back to the committee. Once you finally have that company signature in hand, you face the committee verification check. And here's the kicker. Even after passing the actual defense, if you botch these corrections, the committee will reject the book. You literally have to fix the remaining errors before the week 4 July deadline, or your defense will retroactively be considered a failure. No joke. And remember, if you had format errors way back in June, you also have to get the format committee to sign off here too.
And finally, by week 4 of July, you hit the true finish line. You must submit one final digital PDF to the portal and one original hard copy to the department. That hard copy is literally your golden ticket. It absolutely must contain 3 specific things: the original color signature of your internship company, your advisor, and the head of department.
We have tracked every critical milestone together, from those early May company evaluations to the very final signatures in late July. You've seen the flowchart, the crazy parallel tracks, and the strict conditions for passing. You now know exactly what it takes. So are you going to let a single missing signature or a missed June deadline derail 4 entire years of engineering school? Plan your timeline today and go conquer that defense.